very kindly. I'm Dave Willosh, and let's go back to Boston in football.
A big win for Gary Williams, a big loss for the Big East, and we're back to Big East football. Finally, Boston College and West Virginia with 5:43 to go in the first quarter. Scoreless so far. Boston College 2 opening drives that got them into West Virginia territory. Once failed on a 4th and 8. Once fumbled at the 3-yard line, recovered by Mike Collins of the Mountaineers, and now Jake Kelchner and the West Virginia offense has taken center stage here late in the first quarter. 1st and 10, West Virginia from its own 15-yard line. Cutting outside is Walker, and Robert Walker got to the corner and got to the 31-yard line. Terrence Wiggins drags him down, but he's got a first down.
Well, Robert Walker's averaging 5.1 yards a carry, but he has the speed to get outside on this play. Hits it up inside isolation and then bounces it wide. West Virginia came off their own goal line the play before with a play action pass and then come off with the same action and run the ball. That's the key to the offense, be able to run the ball and play action pass and get it to the receivers.
Brad Nessler, Gary Danielson, Charlene Hawks, and Dr. Jerry Punch with you from Alumni Stadium in Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts. Sold out stadium for 8-2 Boston College and 10-0 West Virginia. And it's Robert Walker trying the right side and maybe got 2. Let's check in with Jerry Punch. Doc?
Thanks, Brad, and hello, everyone. You know, the big questions coming into the game today for the Mountaineers of West Virginia is the status of the right hamstring for Jake Kelchner. Now, Kelchner injured the hamstring against Rutgers. This week, he has not practiced all week as far as not running and not sprinting. They were very concerned about how it would respond if he had to tuck the ball and run. Remember, hamstrings, like any pulled muscle, like warmth and like rest, and it'll get neither today. It's about 38 degrees here on the field. That's the big concern. Will the hamstring hold up here early in the game against BC?
Robert Walker with Ted Page draped all over him, along with Stephen Boyd. Combining on the tackle, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down and long for Jake Kelchner and his hamstring. Play coming in late. Nate Ryan, the tight end, brings it in. On a 3rd down and 8. Kelchner, the nation's pass efficiency leader, entering this ball game, and he's got his hands full here. 3rd down and 8. Comes a blitz. Kelchner waits. He waited too long. Chris Sullivan with a sack.
And Brad, you said it right. He waited too long because of the coverage downfield. Whenever you see a quarterback clutch it a couple times, you know they had good coverage downfield. Sullivan is going against Brayman, the All-American tackle for West Virginia, and you just see his pressure from the outside was too much for Jake to get away from.
Going to try to get some pressure on the punter, Sauerbrunn. He's got a great leg, and he showed it again as Kenyatta Watson has to backpedal to the 20-yard line and takes a shot. After about a 3-yard return, he's swarmed under. 49-yard kick, and Boston College will be on offense when we come back. Scoreless so far here at Alumni Stadium in Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts. Brad Nessler and Gary Danielson. Huge game for both teams. 8 in a row for one, and 11 straight for West Virginia dating back to last week. They don't look tight at all, though,
No,
Gary.
they're not. I mean, West Virginia has a chance, a legitimate chance to play for the national championship, but they're playing a quarterback in Glenn Foley who is as hot as any quarterback in the country.
So far, the storyline of this one is that Boston College has been able to move it down the field. West Virginia has had to punt on their first 2 possessions, and Boston College now with its 3rd try. Remember, they fumbled at the 3-yard line the last time they had it when they were down close to the Mountaineer goal line. Foley and company lines up at the 23 this time. End around coming. Actually, they gave it off to Campbell. Faked the end around. And Campbell goes out to the 30-yard line. We'll give him about 6 on the pickup. And Darnell closing in on 1,000 now, and he'll become the 9th Boston College player to ever reach that rushing milestone. And I think that carry right there just about did it for him.
But when you talk about the Boston College offense, it's a multiple offense, a lot of formations, a lot of different looks for the defense. The goal is to try to get that defense playing a vanilla on the heels and doing a lot of reading instead of being aggressive to the ball.
Second down and 3 for Foley. Got some pressure, but got it across the middle to who else? Pete Mitchell to the 42, give him 12 yards and a first down.
You know what you like about a Glenn Foley is he knows he's got a good thing in Pete Mitchell, so he's going to stay with him. It's man-to-man coverage. He knew it was a blitz. He's just going to stay with this guy he has confidence in. This time, a little pressure released off Collins. Look at that zip ball right on the numbers. Very safe throw against the blitz. Don't always have to go for the home run ball just because they're coming with an all-out blitz.
Mitchell caught 13, tying a single game record that Tom Waddle had. 13 against Notre Dame last week. That was his first of the day today. David Green, his first carry of the afternoon, nets him 4 yards before Derek Wiley, the outside linebacker, can make the stop.
You know, Brad, we talked to the coaches, Coach Nealon for West Virginia, and we said, how do you slow down a Glenn Foley? And he said, really, we watch it all. We watch guys play zone. We watch guys change up coverages. We watch people try to blitz them. There's really no way to stop them, but we have to knock them down. It's like a boxer. We have to knock them down in the early rounds and hope it has an effect late in the game.
John Nealon was hoping Foley would sprain his thumb sometime last night, not play today. Only about a yard on the pickup for Darnell Campbell, and we'll have a 3rd and 5 after we get back from this check with Mike Tirico. Mike?
Guys, in the Oklahoma-Nebraska game, special teams are factoring in. Oklahoma, 43-yard field goal for Scott Blanton is wide left, and the Sooners really should have been trapped by their own goal line. Just a wonderful kick by Blanton. Nebraska's going to take over near midfield.
Still about a quarter and a half left there. Just 1:15 left in our first quarter here. And if Oklahoma should somehow pull the surprise in Lincoln, this game would be doubled in magnitude. 3rd and 5. Foley really had to zip that and turn his back. He knew he was going to take a shot. And he's short of the first down with a throw. It'll be 4th and about a yard and a half. Keith Miller made the grab.
Glenn Foley does such a nice job backing up, seeing the defense, and he throws so many passes off balance, but he has a lot of zip. Watch, he's backing up, zip, throws that ball. Good job by West Virginia's defense. That's the type of pressure they have to have. They can't allow him to take all day and pick apart their zones.
Jeff Beckley just under 41 a kick this season. And back deep will be Mike Baker. West Virginia with a return set up. Beckley, nice kick. Fair catch taken. 37-yard punt, hung it up there, and Baker had to take the fair catch at the 13-yard line.
Brad, you know, Jerry was alluding to Jake Kelchner's hamstring, and for a quarterback, I think he's okay as long as he's handing the ball off, running the play-action passes, and throwing the ball. The key for him will be when he has to scramble. If Boston College is able to put pressure on him and force him out of the pocket, that'll be the test, and that's when we might have to see Studstill.
53 seconds remaining first quarter, and West Virginia on offense when we return. Scoreless, Boston College and West Virginia, just under a minute remaining in the first quarter. And for the second time, the Mountaineers start inside their own 15-yard line. Kelchner still at the controls. Gives it off. Walker, about 3. And Stephen Boyd again in on the hit. Aaron Studstill has been warming up throughout this game. We'll probably see both quarterbacks regardless of how Kelchner handles the hamstring problem, Gary.
Well, I think so, because Studstill had success here at this stadium 2 years ago, 3 touchdown passes when he played significantly, and they probably bring him in as a change-up to get out of the pocket.
2nd and 7, West Virginia from its own 16-yard line. Baker in motion. Play action for Kelchner. That's a tough throw. And he got it in there to Jay Kearney, and it's going to be good enough for a first down.
A tough throw is right, and a dangerous throw, because Eric Shorter, with no backs out on the flat, the strong safety, number 6 Shorter, was able to almost run under that throw and pick it off.
Both teams have had it 3 times. West Virginia will still have it when the second quarter starts when we come back. Scoreless so far. No score as we get set to start the second quarter. And the Mountaineers of West Virginia, with a perfect 10-0 record, have it at their own 24-yard line. Big Kelchner, 3 out of 3 so far. Total yardage, it's been all Boston College with 2 lengthy drives that netted them no points. Kelchner wanted to go deep off the play fake and finally does. And he's got his man, Jay Kearney. That's his home run hitter. And Kearney's got it all the way to the 28-yard line, 48 yards.
Play action pass against Boston's College. Bear look, a 5-3 look. But Terrence Wiggins, the free safety, was down there in the middle of the field. This ball really should not have been thrown. This was somewhat of a prayer here, but both defensive backs overrun the ball. Kearney makes a nice comeback catch, and Kelchner, bad hamstring, throws up a flutter ball and ends up with a big play.
Kearney came in averaging almost 30 yards a catch. He's not going to hurt his average too much if he keeps pulling in those kind. 48 yards later, first down at the 29. Kelchner, a lot of pressure, got nailed as he threw, and Kearney's got it again. Out of bounds at the 4-yard line, first and goal. 25 yards that time.
Brad, really, there was no excuse for Michael Reed this time, the corner. There's a free safety in the middle of the field. As you see him top right of your screen, he should not have bit on the post. Michael Reed bites. Kearney comes up with a big catch, and that's a big play on a missed assignment by the defense. Kelchner into that throw, catches one big from Ted Page right in the gut, but you'll take a big play like that for a
Kearney's already got a 100-yard game, his 4th of the year. First and goal at the 4. Kelchner rolls, wants to run with it, and down he goes. Lost a yard. Mike Mamula with a tackle. I don't know if Jake wanted to run that one or not. It looked like he was thinking about throwing, Gary.
Well, if he was up here and watching the play develop, he would have thrown the ball to Nate Ryan, his tight end, because he was wide open. And it was a play-action pass. It's something that a lot of teams are doing right side of your screen. I don't know if we're going to get a shot of the tight end coming wide open, but he gets flushed out of the pocket. You see in the back of the end zone, he had his other tight end open too, but a little bit too much pressure coming inside.
Actually, a loss of about a half yard. Second and goal, just inside the 5 for the Mountaineers. Walker got tagged after he picked a couple of yards up. Wiggins and Boyd were there to meet him, and it'll be third and goal.
Well, Boyd is the leading tackler, but near the goal line, you have to have your free safety involved to stop the running game. Boyd hits him first, and Wiggins cleaned up on the play. This is the situation where the running game and the isolation play of West Virginia has to power the ball into the end zone.
Extra tight end comes in for West Virginia. Ed Hill will be the lone wide receiver. And Walker the tailback on third and goal. Here he comes, and there he goes. Stopped at his tracks. And time to kick, says Don Nealon.
Both teams have now had a big stop in this football game. West Virginia did it with a turnover early in a drive by Boston College. Now on the same end of the field, the Boston College Eagles get a stop on an isolation play just like you knew it was coming. They were loaded to stop it, and they did.
Tom Mazzone, there's his numbers on the season. This should be a chip shot of 20 yards. First points of the afternoon belong to the Mountaineers of West Virginia. Mazzone from 20 has put Coach Nealon's team in front. 12:05 to go, first half. West Virginia by 3.
ESPN's presentation of CFA College Football is brought to you by the New Dodge, a division of the Chrysler Corporation, and by Walmart. Always the low price. Always.
Back at Alumni Stadium, Boston College trails unbeaten West Virginia 3-0 with 12:05 remaining in the first half. And the Mountaineers trying to go to 11-0. They just had an impressive looking drive, but it netted them only a 20-yard field goal. 84 yards in 8 plays, 3:48 off the clock before Mazzone's field goal. Todd Sauerbrunn will tee it up. And Tony Ransom and Anthony Comer await for Boston College. This one travels over to Ransom in the corner, and it's a touchback as he tiptoes out after making the catch, so Boston College will work from its own 20-yard line.